Hello and welcome back to the Movie Memo Recaps. Today we are going to recap a 2020 Netflix movie named Extraction starring Chris Hemsworth. Guess if you are Thor's fan, we got you covered. Keep alert, spoilers incoming. The opening scene is in Dhaka, Bangladesh, where Tyler Rake, a black market mercenary, is in the middle of a battlefield before getting shot to rest and gets some memories. We flash back 2 days in Mumbai where Ovi Mahajan and his schoolmates leave school and go to a restaurant before heading back home, and when he finally reaches home his protector named Saju Rao blames him for reaching home late according to the rules by his father. Ovi is son to incarcerated Indian drug lord named Ovi Mahajan Sr., but he lives a lonely life, hence texting his friends and sneak out to a club where they stay for a while before moving out to smoke marijuana, but the police suddenly finds them. They question them on what they are doing and suddenly shoot one dead and kidnap Ovi, but the scene jumps to Mumbai Central Prison where Ovi's father gets visited by Saju to inform him about Ovi's kidnap, but Ovi Sr. seems unhappy because the person who kidnapped his son is a drug rival who wants to humiliate him. Saju tells him that the extraction will need an army, yet they don't have enough money to hire it, but Ovi tells Saju to do whatever it takes to extract his son or else he would hurt his family instead. Saju moves back home to explain the situation to his wife, and Saju tells her that he knows someone who could help in the extraction, but his charges are high, and they can't raise all the money, but Saju says he will play it to work out though it is risky. We move to Australia where 3 men are on a vacation as relaxing Tyler sits to get a drink before moving towards a cliff and jump into the water where he stays for a while as if meditating. Afterwards he returns to his home where former mercenary named Nick Khan has been waiting for him, and on moving inside she informs him of a deal to extract Ovi from Dhaka, and Nick informs him how dangerous the task might be, but Tyler just informs her that he will take the task since he needs the money. They agree on where to meet after telling him the name of the boy, and Nick informs him to prepare himself as she had found him drunk. The following day Tyler and his team meet Nick for debrief on all the information he needs as he learns of Amir Asif, a drug lord in Bangladesh who kidnapped Ovi. In Dhaka, Bangladesh, Tyler is sitting outside a cafe before receiving a call from the kidnappers to move to the opposite side where he gets blindfolded and taken away in a van. On reaching there he asks for proof of life as they ask for the money, but he insists on the proof of life, and after a short scuffle and teasing him they take him to see Ovi. After proving he is alive they tell him to go bring the money, and while taking him out his partner shoots one of them down, giving him a chance to engage the second one, and after finishing him he unties himself. They suddenly attack the remaining gangsters. Suddenly one little kid tries to shoot him, but he instead spares him and get a gun to attend to Ovi, and after untying him they move out smartly as he leads the way to leave the building, and on moving out he puts him in the car trunk. We get introduced to Amir Asif with his men as one of them takes one kid and throw him down since one of the kids stole from Asif, but one of them named Farhad Main plays the person interrogating them, which pleases Asif to call him. Asif tells all the other kids to be smart and use their wits before offering Farhad a knife to cut off 2 of his fingers so that he stays as the walking reminder, but before he cuts them off Asif gets informed that Ovi has been lost, which prompts him to order for the closure of the city and all public transports as well as the bridges and planes. Tyler stops somewhere to get Ovi out and offer him some drinking water, and after gets some clothes to change as well as Ovi and offer him some chocolate. He updates Nick before offering Ovi an armor vest and record him as proof of possession, though Nick seems worried about the mission. They organize to send the proof of possession so that they receive the last payment, but the men guarding the perimeters hear an alarm in the engine room at their ship as Amir orders Farhad to be offered a gun. Tyler and Ovi are in the forest heading to the extraction point as some men have moved to check the engine room, but shortly one of them gets killed and the second one gets shot as well. They try to call them over the radio, and when no response is received they warn Tyler that something is wrong as the third person gets shot as well. Nick notices 2 police boats heading towards them, and when they look at the satellite they realize there is another person in the woods. Tyler examines the situation carefully, and later commands Ovi to run as he follows him and run through the woods as fast as they can, though Tyler nearly gets shot, and it turns out it is Saju whose plan is to double-cross them since he doesn't have more money for the last payment. He tells Ovi that he has come to take him home, but Tyler throws a hand grenade at him, and the run continues though Saju won't let them go that easily, but they manage to get into a car to drive away. Ovi tells him that Saju works for his father, but Tyler informs him that he can't trust him as he might have been influenced with money, and call Nick to give him directions as the police cars are on his neck. Saju knocks some of the police cars down as he managed to get one, and the run continues, but when they get blocked ahead they run backwards, hence knocking Saju's car, though he survives. The police has surrounded the whole area as they start to move up the building to check everywhere for Tyler and Ovi, and one of them gets close. Tyler attacks him and kills him with a blade before getting into a fight with the others. During the scuffle, Ovi runs and one of the policemen goes after him as he tries to save himself, and when the policeman seems to taking him, Tyler comes to his rescue as the fight continues. The run continues and they run towards the rooftop where they jump onto another building and pass through multiple rooms as they move down, but shortly bump into Saju and a fight breaks out. Tyler gets knocked down as Saju is hurt as well, but after crawling to get his gun he hears Ovi and move to shoot the guys holding him, but shortly as they are leaving Tyler knocks him down with a truck. He takes Ovi in and drive the truck to leave, but police won't let them go that easily as the chase continues, but suddenly Tyler gets a good timing and they jump out to let the truck move ahead and crush. Amir receives the news of the crush and asks for dead bodies as Tyler and Ovi proceed on the run as well as Saju, but after thorough search Amir's men confirm Tyler and Ovi are still alive though injured, hence Amir ordering all guns to point at them. Tyler and Ovi get an abandoned house where they stop for Tyler to take some medication and attend to his injured arm with the help of Ovi. Suddenly he receives a call from Nick, who provides him with information on Saju and that they were double-crossed and they didn't receive the last payment. She tells him that there is a place near the bridge where they can extract him, but inform him to leave Ovi behind as the deal was fucked, and after the call Ovi asks him if he will leave him behind since the phone was on a loud call. He notices him playing with his fingers and on asking him he tells him that it reminds him of the piano he plays when he is nervous, as on the other hand Saju has moved to get a room where he fixes his broken nose and later call his wife. He tells her that if she doesn't hear from him in 12 hours she should get the money and their son and leave before talking to his son and promise him to return soon. Tyler receives a call from Nick that the extraction chopper is ready, and when they move out to steal a getaway car they get attacked by some two kids on a motorbike, but he manages to hit them down and take their gun away. Shortly a group of other boys led by Farhad arrive to shoot at them, but he smokes them as he doesn't want to kill them since they are kids. They continue to run as they hide from the chopper, and in the process they move into a sewer system where he calls Nick and asks her to call Gasper for help since he had also saved him once. They sit down to wait for any possible help, and later on Gasper arrives to put him at the back of his vehicle and drive them to a certain house where Tyler thanks Gasper for helping them, but Gasper informs him on how tight the city is and how difficult it might be for him to leave. Gasper tells him to stay behind as he is going to check on his wife and will be back shortly, and Tyler stays behind having a drink. At a certain casino Farhad is taken to meet Amir, who he presents his cut-off finger after informing him that he nearly caught Tyler and promised to offer his second finger in case he grants him the chance to pull the trigger and kill Tyler in case they capture him. Tyler moves up to give Ovi something to eat, and the two have a little chat where Ovi tells Tyler that he is a brave man, though he tells him that sometimes he saves people and sometimes kills them, hence Ovi telling him that it's the same way how his father is. He asks him about his family, and Tyler informs him that he had a wife but currently doesn't know her whereabouts, and he lost his son after crumbling with cancer when he was 6 years old, as Tyler had gone to Afghanistan to serve in the force. He leaves him to rest, and while resting Oswell Gaster returns and the two have a chat about their past life before suddenly discussing about the danger in which Ovi is in, and Gaster advises him to finish him off as a way of being merciful to him. Tyler decides to ignore the issue, but Gaster suddenly reveals the price tag on Ovi, which is $10 million, and remind him that he is a mercenary and wouldn't want him to die on a suicidal mission, yet he could kill Ovi and take the money. Tyler suddenly realizes that Gaster is now committed to killing Ovi so that he gets the money, which brings about a fight. When he is ready to finish him, Ovi shows up with a gun and shoot him 2 times to sit down to struggle for his last breath, not until when he dies, but Ovi feels scared and requests Tyler to take him back home. Saju receives a call from Tyler who wants them to join hands, and when they meet he hands him some guns so that they could save Ovi, and Tyler informs him that his partners would be waiting near the bridge as he will be diverting the police and gangsters. There is a heavy checkpoint as Tyler sets himself ready, Oswell as Saju with Ovi, and when Tyler opens fire to bring diversion, Saju gets a chance to drive through the checkpoint as the army focuses on Tyler and he nearly gets shot. When they meet traffic, Saju and Ovi disguise and move out of the car as Tyler is still at war with the gangsters, Oswell as Nick coming for the extraction. Saju and Ovi suddenly get noticed by one soldier who calls them to stop, but they hesitate first, and after stopping them he asks Ovi to take off his cape, but Saju opens fire on them. Asif orders for other units to be deployed as Tyler is still at war, Oswell as the fight gets tense. Saju leaves Ovi in a bus to wait for the extraction team, and when the enemy chopper arrives he tries to shoot at it, but things don't go well, hence running for his life. The extraction team has arrived as the fight gets tense on the bridge. Ovi suddenly runs out of the bus after seeing one man approaching as the fight continues on Saju's side, though he gets sniped by Amir's colonel. When the rescue chopper arrives the pilot gets shot, hence Nick learning that there is a sniper and goes to track him as Ovi continues to look for safety. The colonel wants to take out Tyler, who is unaware of his aiming, though Nick is looking for him, Oswell, and when the colonel hits Tyler on the shoulder Nick notices him and take him out. Injured Tyler, with fatigue, gets approached by Ovi, who he tells to run as fast as he can as the extraction team gets closer, hence Ovi running towards the chopper with Tyler covering him up. Weakened by the injuries he turns to meet the extraction team, but he gets shot on the neck by Farhad, hence holding his neck not to lose more blood. He struggles for his life and crawls to get near the bridge as he gets memories of his family. Suddenly he falls into the water, as Ovi watches before the remaining team boards the chopper to leave. Asif stays behind watching as Ovi leaves in agony, and after 8 months we see Ovi at school heading for the swimming pool as Asif is at a certain function. While Asif is in the washroom, Nick shows up and finish him up, bringing the movie to the end. Thanks for watching. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe for more of these recaps. Until next time, have a nice day.